It's time for the 259 Show, a weekly podcast that can be found on our website at www.the259show.com or on Facebook and Twitter at the 259 Show. Today's guests include Hilton-Parma Parks and Recreation Director Tom Venniro. Today's hosts are Joe Pechie, Mike Vincelli, Tyler Diedrich, and Andy Fowler. Here's your host, Andy Fowler.
Hello, welcome to the 259 Show. I'm your host, Andy Fowler, joined here live today, Joe Pechie, Tyler Diedrich, and Mike Vincelli. All four of us coming to you live from the 259 studio here in Hilton, New York.
The Joey Bird has flown home.
Has he flown home?
That's sweet. For our show.
How's everybody doing this week?
That's great.
Everybody doing all right?
Feeling full?
Tired?
Tired?
Oh, yeah.
Long week.
Tired and hungry, same as always.
Well, last week we had a promise to you guys that it will get better. And, Mike, did we achieve that? Are we better already?
We're making strides.
We had an introduction.
Hey.
You know,
we're fancy now.
We're fancy. Well, we're legit, as the kids say. We are now legit.
Lit.
We do have an intro that's D from Fiverr. He's our studio broadcaster. And,
thanks, guy.
Yeah, thanks, D.
Well, at the end, when we run our credits, we'll throw them on the credits.
Yeah, there's no credits yet. Always room for improvement. We will get better.
That's when we go simulcast.
When we simulcast with our DirecTV partners here. But we do have a lot of news. A lot of episode 1 did go over pretty well. We did have more clicks than I would imagine.
Yeah, we said it. We said it will get better, but all the feedback I had was great from people who listened. So thank you for listening,
and thank you,
family.
Please continue to do so. It wasn't just we thought Jeff was going to be our only listener, but we actually had a lot of people who listened.
Thanks, guys, and keep coming back. I guess you guys come
and
back.
Listen to the full thing.
Yeah, listen to the full thing.
Well, if you're listening, you did come back, so thank you.
Thank you. But some big news. VillageRadio.net. They're turning about. They're coming on their second birthday now here in the Village of Hilton.
Oh, happy birthday.
VillageRadio.net.
VillageRadio.net.
RJ Jordan, the station manager, got a hold of me. He's going to be playing our show. We're syndicated now, guys. Saturday nights at 8 p.m., Sunday mornings at 9 a.m. The most current episode he will play on VillageRadio.net, which is also the home of Hilton Cadets Athletics, boys, girls, basketball, ice hockey. Those will all be coming live in the upcoming weeks.
At this rate, in 6 weeks, we will be on ESPN, ladies and gentlemen.
Is that what it is?
Get ready for that, please.
I don't think I'd want that, actually.
You don't want to work for the mothership?
Nah.
Fox Sports.
Fox Sports 1?
Fox Sports would pay us better, but no one would listen to us.
I don't think anyone listens to us now, so I think we're all set. But how was everybody's holiday? Everybody have a good holiday?
Mine was great. Played football in the morning with family and friends. Got in from New York Wednesday night around 2 in the morning. It wasn't too bad of a drive. And then the holiday yesterday was great. Ate some great stuffing. Not turkey, because turkey is overrated. But no, it was great. Really, really good time.
Good. Tyler, how was your holiday minus the cranberry sauce stories?
I had to work. That always puts a damper on the holiday a little bit. I was working overnights the last 2 nights, but was able to come home and have Thanksgiving dinner with my family. I had to go to bed early, of course, but got a solid 4 hours in with the family.
So you're running on fumes right now?
Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah. Oh. I just had a smoothie. So.
A power shake, right? Was it a power shake?
Yeah.
Get some whey protein in there.
Shakeology.
Is that in your camo?
So
yeah, my Notre Dame camo. Joe bought it for me. It was a wedding present. Did you know I got married last year?
Oh yeah.
Did you guys hear about that?
I'm going to start a tally on the wall how many times that's referenced.
Wait, Tyler got married last year?
Jay has a motorcycle?
He bought a house, I heard. Mike, how's your holiday?
It was good, Drew. Gave thanks to the good Lord for all He's given us this year. Spent some time with the family and ate some good food.
Amen.
Yeah, can I get an amen?
Amen.
There we go.
Yes.
Does anybody else, when it comes to saying grace at their Thanksgiving dinner, who says it? Is it awkward?
They tried to pass it off to me yesterday. I said the head of the household should do it.
Your dad
Jeff's
break out.
I'll do it.
Just say something in your head.
Yeah, yesterday we were eating here. My mother.
Like, well, Tyler goes to church. He should do it.
My mother, my younger brother, and his family came over. I passed it off to Ryan, saying, you're the paternal figure in our family. You have a family, so it should be all you, Ryan. He started
Which is your younger brother, by the way?
Brother, yeah. He started saying grace by saying, "Thank you for everyone for gathering here today."
Brothers and sisters, I appreciate you joining us today.
I didn't know if it was. That's always awkward. Who's going to take the ball?
No, that's always funny, though.
Right?
The person that goes to church the most always gets
put on the spot.
Yeah, gets put on the spot.
Well, in my family, my mom is a youth minister, and my dad is very, very involved in the church. So they usually do a really good job of saying grace. Yeah. So, yes, Big Scott took the reins yesterday. He did a good job. So,
yeah, a lot of eating for me yesterday here at home. Our mealtime got pushed back from 12 noon to about 1:45. So I didn't eat breakfast. It was tough for me to get through it, but as always at Tyler Diedrich, I picked at things throughout the kitchen throughout the day.
Here's a question.
I really did not eat that much yesterday.
No.
What time do people usually eat? Because, like you said, 1:45, that's a normal time for me to eat Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, the thing is, I usually work, I have worked retail, where I have to catch a couple hours of sleep afterwards in order to feel good about myself going in.
I got home a little after 8 yesterday, or a little before 8. Yeah.
AM?
I wanted to sleep until noon, but I didn't quite make it to noon. I made it till about 11.
Yeah. What time did the Diedrichs eat yesterday?
A little after 3.
3? Mike?
Around 5?
5?
Yeah.
Very Italian.
Was
there a lasagna?
Not this year.
Maybe it was 3:30 because we were.
Not this year. Surprising. No one made the lasagna.
The Thanksgiving lasagna is where it's at.
Well, we have so many different people coming. I think someone forgot to bring the lasagna this year.
Oh, man.
I know Joe's looking over at me like.
We didn't have lasagna.
I just lost. Oh!
But we didn't have it either, so.
We're not really Italians anymore, I guess.
We just like to say we're Italian.
You lost the card for the year.
Lost the card, yeah. Next year, hopefully you get it back.
Get it back next year. Well, we got a full program ahead of us today. Program ahead of us today. Episode number 2. We're going to talk. Let's talk a little bit about the NFL. It was a big Thanksgiving day. I went from Macy's Day Thanksgiving Parade to Dog Show, and then once football kicked off, I watched football for the rest of the day, pretty much. 3 great games. I picked all 3 correct in the Cambridge Road football pool, which makes me happy going into Sunday with a little bit of advantage over some other people that I competed with. It's just for fun, of course, that we play football picks with. But did anybody catch the national anthem in the first game? Aretha Franklin got up there and had more time of possession than either team.
I started listening to it.
The whole game.
I started listening to it, and I kind of zoned out, and then it was like a few minutes later, I'm like, wait a minute, this is still going on.
Yeah, that's
I definitely could have gotten up and got myself a bowl of cereal or something.
See, initially my girlfriend texted me. I didn't catch it. My girlfriend texted me saying, this national anthem is awful. And then once I heard it was Aretha Franklin, I'm like, give her credit. I told my girlfriend, she's 90, don't worry about it.
How old is she?
Joe and I looked it up today.
She's 74.
Yeah.
74?
Yeah,
I think it was just long.
It was long. She made a 2-minute song, 4.5 minutes yesterday.
I think if anybody can, it is the Queen of Soul, Aretha Franklin.
Yeah.
I love Aretha Franklin. She's one of my favorite artists.
Do you have her album?
Several. Yes.
You have her albums?
Yes.
Vinyl?
And
No, you don't.
I don't.
The 8-track.
Wait, I live in New York, Joe. Of course I have vinyl. No, I love her though, and she has permission to go 4 or 5 minutes. I think she's allowed to do that.
I wonder if when they sign up to do that, they sign the contract with the team to do that, or Fox. I don't know who puts it on, or CBS in this case. Yeah. I don't know if there's a time restriction because everything's so synchronized to when the kickoff's going to be, to when the national anthem camera comes back.
Yeah, but it's not like they're going to go stop her.
Exactly.
That had to be planned. You practice beforehand, right? Yeah, you got to rehearse a few times.
I don't know.
We saw Hootie.
Yeah, we saw Darius Rucker in the Thursday night football game. When we were walking into the stadium, he was warming up, and I couldn't see him on the field. I don't know if you saw him out there before when the players.
Which game was this?
Bills Jets game.
Bills Jets.
This year, yeah.
Which was pretty exciting.
Was Hootie or was it just?
It was just Darius Rucker.
Yeah, Darius Rucker.
Who was pretty much just
Dolphins fan singing at the Bills Jets.
That's true.
But hey, they make him cry. But Aretha Franklin got up there, and I'm fine with it. I think she's old.
I didn't pay enough attention.
I'm fine with it.
I didn't pay enough attention to see if she was actually like doing a really like passionate version of the anthem, or if she was just kind of like trying to make it about her. I don't know. I didn't listen closely enough.
How about CBS trolling her, though, during the game with a graphic of time of possession and adding Aretha Franklin as a third column. That's awesome.
I thought it was great.
That's awesome planning on CBS. Kudos to that intern in that production trailer.
And probably no longer with CBS after that,
Probably
too.
no longer with CBS.
I don't think it was an intern.
But what else is going on in the NFL, guys? We got a big Week 12 coming up.
Well, I think the big thing from last night is Dallas is kind of like running the table right now. 10-1. Dak Prescott, rookie quarterback, rookie running back. What's
I'll tell you what, it's because they have the best
Zeke
offensive
Elliott.
line in the league.
Now, here's a question. I heard this on the Rich Eisen show this past week. You could take one of two things. You could take that offensive line, or you could take Ezekiel Elliott and Des Bryant.
I take the offensive line
Yeah,
10
the
times out of
offensive
10.
line.
Right?
I mean,
you got to take the offensive line.
of course.
Anyone can run behind that.
The reason why so many teams do well is if their D line is creating pressure, or if their O line is opening up holes. You know, so I think, Zach Martin at guard.
Zach Martin is unreal.
They've got a lot of good players on that line.
And we see that every year in April in the draft, that linemen, left tackles, and left guards taken a dozen of them before 2 or 3 running backs are off the board. We see that every year in April. And,
It's boring, but I'm all for it every single time if you're going to pick an O-lineman early in the draft.
So is Dallas the team?
I think they're
They
one
got
of the teams. I
It's
mean,
one
I
of
think
the
you can
team?
never take out New England.
Yeah.
They're always, as long as they have Tom Brady and
In
Bill
the
Belichick.
NFC,
Yeah, in the
Yeah,
NFC,
it's hard
I
to
think
argue-
it's them and Seattle.
it's hard to argue
pretty
for
I
much.
thought
anyone
Seattle
else.
as well.
You got to
so.
get through Seattle. That's pretty much.
Seattle's looked a little sloppy, but they do win.
What's Seattle's
More often than
record?
not.
They have 3 losses?
7-2-1.
7-2-1.
Well, they have that tie.
Home field advantage is going to come up big. Whoever has the best record in the NFC.
Mm-hmm.
Because
And if
Seattle's
it's
a tough
Seattle-
place to
if it's
play. If it's in
Seattle,
Dallas,
if you're
Dallas got a
playing
real
in
good
Dallas-
shot. But Seattle's the toughest place to play in the NFL. So
Yeah, well, the Bills almost took care of business in Seattle, though.
Miami almost did too,
Yeah.
What's even more surprising, though,
but they didn't.
the number one seed in the AFC right now is the Oakland Raiders.
Raiders. Before they move. The moving Raiders.
You really think they're going to move?
I think so.
they're getting the NHL team, right?
Las Vegas
Las
is.
Vegas.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
No, the Raiders are probably going to move to Vegas.
Yeah, I think
That's
the Raiders put out trade. They bought the trademark for the Las Vegas Raiders a couple weeks ago.
Did they?
and
So-
and also it's not looking likely that the Chargers will return to San Diego, but same thing happened last year too.
Yeah.
At the same time, I read something the other day that the LA Rams are not even the top-rated team in the LA market right now. They're not even close, actually.
No.
So
It's tough. It is tough.
whatever.
In that market, you have to have a good product to be out there because there's
Quick.
so many other things
You
to do.
need a
People
good
aren't
product
going to.
quick out there. But that brings us to our next segment. We're going to start this for the rest of the NFL season. Maybe we'll merge it over to another sport once the NFL wraps up. But we'll just go around the table real quick.
Premier League soccer.
NASCAR.
I don't know about either of those. We'll go around the table real quick. We'll give an upset pick and a lock pick. This is for Week 12. Week 12, upset and lock. Who wants to take the ball first here?
I'll jump on the lock pick. Going off with my mention of the number one seed in the AFC, I think the Raiders are on a roll. Their offense is playing great. I am going to lock them over the Carolina Panthers.
Joe Pechie with the lock of Raiders over Panthers. Mike? Tyler?
I'll go with my lock. I'm going to do the Pats over the Jets. Shocker. Even without Gronk, I think the Pats are going to destroy the Jets.
I heard Tom Brady didn't practice again today. Or
He's
yesterday,
fine.
rather. He'll be fine.
No,
but,
yeah.
2 days now this week.
The Patriots always have a lot of guys on their injury report list.
Yeah, everyone.
They do that all the time.
Yeah.
And the Jets are what? maybe
Belichick,
like-
that evil wizard.
evil wizard of
the
Bill
Jets
Belichick.
made their like 8th quarterback change, even though it's been between 3 people.
Yeah.
I think Fitzy's starting again.
Oh, he's back?
Yeah, I think he's starting.
It's time for Fitzmagic. Tyler?
I mean, I'm going to go with the same one as Mike, or is that too boring?
No, you can go with that. Do whatever
It's
you
a
want.
great pick.
Yes, you have to.
It's a great idea.
Well, my lock pick is give me Bills over Jacksonville. I will be there Sunday at New Era Stadium. I'm taking Mike Vincelli with me this
Yeah,
week. We're
baby.
going to have a lot of fun. The 259 show representing out at New Era
Live
Stadium.
from the Cap.
No live,
Facebook
but we'll be
Live?
at the Cap.
Facebook Live.
Maybe Facebook Live from the Cap. And
Fans will love it.
I'll spin it back. We're going to pick an upset pick of the week. I am picking the Browns over the Giants. The Browns will get their first win as they host the New York Giants this week. Let's go backwards. Tyler.
I am going to go with the Carolina Panthers to beat the Oakland Raiders.
Panthers over Raiders. Mike.
My homer pick, the Packers over the Eagles.
And Joe.
I hate both of these teams, but the Jets will beat the Patriots.
Ooh.
I hope Darrell Revis has one more game in him.
Is that what it is?
This is it? This is the last game?
Literally his last game.
Who's playing quarterback for the Jets now?
Nobody cares. Nobody knows.
Fitzpatrick is, I think. He's
not Bryce Petty?
Bryce Petty, I don't know.
I guess it doesn't matter.
I'm pretty sure I saw that in Bleacher Report.
I just think that the Jets are...
If any of our listeners want to fact check me and...
Fitzpatrick.
Let me know Saturday afternoon.
Tweet us.
Yeah, tweet
us. That's a good plug.
Yeah.
Our social media at the 259
stuff.
Show. At the 259 Show, Twitter and Facebook, www.the259show.com. That's where you can check us out every Saturday.
And that's a "the" with 3 E's, ladies and gentlemen.
3 E's.
Can I actually change my lock?
Go for it, because it's a free country.
I am going to go with University of Southern California to beat Notre Dame tomorrow.
We're talking NFL here. But that does bring up a good point. The Notre Dame Fighting Irish will have their last game of the week Saturday.
Yeah, that's all we need to say about it. That's all we need to say about it.
It might also be Brian Kelly's last game.
Hopefully it is.
For the Fighting Irish. But we do have to go back. Let's go back to Airtime last week where Mike Vincelli correctly predicted. He called for it. Maybe this is the reason why he got fired.
They were listening. U.S. Soccer was listening to me.
I think they're one of the many people who listen to our show.
One of 140 of them?
All the way to the end of the show, because that's where the airtime falls into place. But we do have one correct prediction here on the 259 Show in 1 week. We're 1 for 1.
1 for 1.
I'll take it.
Hope we go 2-0 this week.
And we'll see.
That's a tease. That's a tease right there.
Come back next week, we'll find out.
I'm going to be extremely disappointed if we're not.
They might be. Brian Kelly might be here next year. Actually,
at the 259 Show?
Somebody else will take
Ladies and gentlemen, 5 neat guys.
He was in Rochester last year, right?
Recruiting
John Jones' little brother.
Yeah, and how well did he do, right?
Jameer?
Yeah.
He had a pretty good year.
Did he?
He's like true freshman.
He actually played.
Solid special teams.
You can't expect a true freshman to come out and start on Notre Dame's defense.
He was supposed to redshirt, and he ended up
He's a good special teams player.
Sorry, I misspoke, guys.
We'll see if he turns into...
Calm down a little bit.
It's the last time you ever did that.
I actually met him at a grad party last summer. Really nice kid, and I wish him all the best.
Oh,
if you went to USC, would you be saying the same thing?
I don't know. I wouldn't have talked to him.
It's time for the 259 Show's weekly power rankings.
As I mentioned, Mike, we're only going to get better. We got another. Let's play that again.
You surprised me with that one.
It's time for the 259 Show's weekly power rankings.
You said we couldn't call for our own sound clips. But you just called your own sound clip.
Well, I'm the guy behind the board here. I'm not going to... Drew, you got to play the breaking news sound clip. Drew, breaking news. And then...
Breaking news. Drew just called his own sound clip, even though he told me I couldn't do that.
But anywho, the weekly power rankings. This week, we went back and forth all week trying to figure out what we're going to do for the weekly power rankings
the past hour.
Yeah. But no, actually, I thought it was an all-week ordeal.
Yeah.
But we think we got a good topic here. The top 5, each of us will go around the room here. Top 5 teams we hate the most in any sport.
Least favorite sports teams.
Favorite
any level. Any level.
Any level, any sport. I'll start.
Okay.
All right.
Because why not? I'll start. Number 5, Tara Lipinski and Johnny Weir. They did not skate together, but I hated them during the Olympics. They're professional athletes, and I saw them on the dog show yesterday. It got me angry.
I'm not going to critique your actual opinion on the matter, but I just don't think they're eligible for this.
Well, I think they are. Professional athletes.
If the glove don't fit, you must have quit.
There we go again.
I don't know who's going to win, Tyler and Amanda wedding references or O.J. Simpson references.
The O.J. verdict.
Yeah.
Number 4, the Syracuse Orange, all sports. I think people jump on their bandwagon around this area. Dude, the Orange game's on. We're going to go down to TCU.
This is the best local sports team.
I don't really think you can call it a bandwagon.
No, Mike, the Western New York Flash.
Sorry.
Number 3, the New England Patriots. Number 2, the New York Yankees. And number 1, my... most hated or least favorite team is the Duke Blue Devils. Who wants to go next?
Number 5, the Alabama Crimson Tide football team.
Roll Tide.
I hate them. They always win.
But Nick Saban's such a good guy.
Nick Saban's just a really stand-up guy.
I wish Nick Saban would go back and coach the Dolphins. That'd be a lot of fun.
That'd be preferable. Number 4, the Boston Red Sox. I think it's more or less... I don't mind the team. The fans really just annoy me, and especially every Boston sports team as a whole is pretty terrible. The Golden State Warriors is number 3. So many high school kids just I'm a high school teacher, and I interact with high school kids, and I say, hey, so what's your favorite basketball team? I love the Golden State Warriors. Do you? Really? Name me 4 players. Steph Curry. Yeah, I just can't stand them.
Name me a player who was on the team 3 years ago.
Exactly. If you ask me, Joe, do you like the Golden State Warriors 10 years ago? Yeah, Baron Davis, Jason Richardson, great guys. Not today. Number 2, the Miami Dolphins. Sorry, Ty. I just can't stand them.
No need to apologize.
And number 1, I cannot stand the New England Patriots with every fiber of my being.
So if the Dolphins played the Patriots, you'd root for the Dolphins?
I probably would.
Well,
yes.
I'll take it.
I'll take it. Just they always win, and their fans are just too much.
Yeah.
So,
Mike.
But they've been so supportive for so long.
They're just, Well, they've been so supportive for so long because their team's been so good for so long.
No, I'm kidding. There were no Patriots fans before 2001. Are you kidding me?
That's so true.
Mike, what do you got?
Number 5, the Duke Blue Devils basketball team.
Dukies.
Yeah, don't like them. Number 4, going a little EPL style for our soccer fans out there.
I don't know what that means.
Manchester City.
Dude.
Actually, I don't know why I said it like that. I don't like them.
Oh.
Number 3, the Chicago Bears. Number 2, the Seattle Seahawks. Woof. They're the worst.
Richard Sherman.
Yeah, Richard Sherman, not a fan of.
Pete Carroll.
Yeah, don't like Pete Carroll, the 12th man. Don't like you. Sorry.
Jeff Diedrich would like to give you a hug.
Yeah. And then number 1, the Boston Red Sox. I'm a
Bo
Yankees
Sox.
fan. So.
Tyler.
Because I'm supposed to.
I have a feeling Tyler's going to surprise us.
Can I tell you who just missed the cut before I start my top 5?
Why not?
Why don't you do your top
Tyler's
10?
Top 20.
I could go on for a while with this one. But just missing the cut, you got the Yankees, you got the University of Michigan, the University of Southern California. All right, well, I'll get into my top 5. But just to be a little different here, I'm going to go NASCAR for my top 5, and I'm going to go with Kyle Busch.
Kyle Busch?
Yes.
Why Kyle Busch?
Because Kyle Busch is an ass.
Okay.
Can I say that?
Yeah, well, you told us earlier it's in the Bible.
It's in the
so
Bible.
okay,
We're
yeah,
entitled
yeah.
to one swear word.
I mean, that isn't a direct quote from the Bible, but...
Kyle Busch is an ass. 1 Corinthians.
Thanks, Tyler.
From the book of Dale Earnhardt.
For my brothers and sisters,
Kyle
Kyle Busch is an ass.
We now have to add the disclaimer to the show of please listen responsibly.
Yeah, from the
that
guy
what
who...
it is?
From
Now
the
we
guy,
got to put an explicit on our show.
because the guy who doesn't swear
Yes.
said ass.
Thanks, Tyler.
Okay.
Tyler also teaches Sunday school at his local church. So,
Does he? Do you really?
Yes.
You didn't
That's
know that?
amazing. I didn't know that.
Anywho, what number are you on?
That was number 5.
Oh,
7.
we haven't even gotten into the meat of it yet.
No, but I want to disclaimer that was a direct quote from another NASCAR driver, Brad Keselowski, who said that as he was introduced for a race one day. He said, Brad Keselowski,
What was that?
driver of whatever car he was driving at the time, Kyle Busch is an ass.
Thank you.
Continue with
Tyler.
your day.
Thank
Number
you.
4, Syracuse basketball. Not a big fan of Mr. Boeheim.
He cheats, by the way.
Okay.
I don't know if anybody heard. He cheats.
Also, just missing my list.
The
Baltimore-
Wait, this is
just
just
like
like number
2.5.
3, but he dropped back 4.
After Joe's fiasco last week,
It's going
okay,
to be an unusual thing. Don't worry.
before Ray Lewis, before Ray Lewis retired, the Ravens would have been in my top 5. After, not so much.
He's so inspiring, Tyler.
Number 3 is
Kill the guy.
Only on number 3.
Number 3 is the New York Jets. They would have been probably number 1 back 5 years ago when Rex Ryan was still their coach, but they're less hateable now. Number 2 is the New England Patriots. Number 1 is the Buffalo Bills.
Shocker.
Thanks, Tyler.
Sorry.
Can you blame him, though? I mean,
We're just that good.
oh, my God.
Your fans are so nice, though.
So nice. At least we have good food in Buffalo.
They do have good food.
I'll say
They do
that.
have great food.
So that brings it to close the power rankings, our weekly power rankings here, with our least favorite sports teams. I think that's a good topic.
Yeah, and if the listeners, if there's a particular topic you want to hear, email us, okay? At the 259 show. Do we have an email?
We do not,
No.
but on Facebook and Twitter.
Yeah.
I bet you no one has taken this domain. 259show.com at gmail.com /gmail.com.
But we won't get it
Email
because
us.
we don't have that
But we
email
don't
address.
We don't have it yet.
How about you tweet us?
Yeah,
Tweet us. Top 5 you'd like to hear.
At the 259 show.
Or for Joe's case, the top 3 and the bottom
Bottom two.
Or Tyler's top 12.
Tyler's top 15. Yeah.
We are honored for our first guest here on the 259 show, the 259 show. Friend of the program, friend of all of ours, Tom Venniro. Tom, how are you today?
Good, guys. Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it. It's quite an honor to be the first guest.
Well, we're glad to have you, especially on this holiday weekend. Thanks for taking time out of your weekend to join us. Tom is the Director of Parks and Recreation for Hilton-Parma, the town of Parma, rather. And he's been there 3 years, going on 4. Seems like it was just yesterday, Tom, when you joined our community.
Absolutely. I can remember it like it was yesterday. It was really, really nasty when I started. Some lake effect snow, and I wasn't used to that. And the area was kind of new to me, so I remember taking a couple trips out by the lake, doing a tour of the community, and I was wondering if it's going to be like this every day, but there sure enough were sunny days ahead. So yeah, it's been great since.
Well, we're glad to have you. 3 years, going on 4 now. What's going on with your department? How's the department doing?
Department's doing great. We've been growing since I've been there. We've been able to bring on some new team members in Kelly Bartell and Ryan Rockefeller. So hopefully some of the community knows them. Their faces are primarily out there with a lot of the youth programs that we've introduced. So, in addition to what we do in the park and a lot of our mainstay programs, those 2 positions have introduced some Pee-wee sports programs, recess camps, and a lot of just out-of-school programming that's been a big hit and a huge need to this community.
That's great. That's great. Also, one of the more notable things in your department is your social media presence as of late. I think I checked last week, over 2,000 people following you guys now on social media, especially on your Facebook. How has that helped your department, especially come of age with more connection to the community?
Yeah, I think it's a whole part of a branding that we went through when I came in. Before I came into the area, this was similar to what we were doing in Chili, where I came from, and basically just getting our image, including a logo, including our brochure, including our advertisement, getting that all uniform into a kind of a different professional grade where we really wanted people to associate with us through those mediums.
Yeah.
And then those kind of were what we use the platform in as social media. And so our Facebook page is primarily the big one. We do use Instagram and Twitter as well, but to a lesser extent. And yeah, just to answer your question, I think that having that presence has allowed us to get a lot of feedback, share so much of what we do. We see comments daily, whether it's a picture or an event that we have going on. And, lastly, I think there's no doubt that we've seen a boost in our event participation through our Facebook advertising.
Yeah, it's more or less free advertising. You get people out there to share events, people checking in that they're there. I think it was the summer event that we had, the summer send-off event, where there was actually a commenter on there who asked if Pokemon Go stops were at the Parma Park during your event. I remember being in the office that day when that question came across. But it brings a whole new level of connecting to the customer, to the community.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. We get a bunch of random questions. Not only that, but another good example is we obviously run a pretty extensive baseball and softball league throughout the spring and summer, and on those rainy days or those questionable days, people may not want to make the trip out to the park. We get people asking us, are the games on? Or that gives us an opportunity to put games are canceled or what games are not canceled. So, yeah, it's very interesting in different ways for us to interact with the community. It's been great.
Now, you mentioned the Parma Town Park, the Parma Town Hall, right on Route 259 there in the heart of Parma. Definitely one of the luxuries of living in the town of Parma is that park. Any big plans coming up after the snow thaws in 2017 up there at the park?
Yeah, actually, we've been making a lot of headway with the park. As you mentioned, the park's close to 180 acres, and it's truly a gem in this community, let alone the county. There are not a lot of places to have parks with as many amenities that we have in there. So maintenance has been one of the primary goals over the last 3 years, which is a little, it gets old because we're just trying to fix it. So now that we've kind of moved past some of those, we're moving on to some bigger projects. We're looking at, we just resurfaced the basketball court.
Nice.
We are now looking at the tennis court, trying to do something there, because we have a little bit of damage there. And lastly, we have a couple things going on where we're looking into maybe a potential outdoor fitness area for adults, and maybe even a dog park.
Nice. Dog park and outdoor fitness course. Maybe something to look forward to in the upcoming years.
I jump in with a question, Tom. This is Tyler Diedrich. There's a lot of programs at HP Rec for the youth. There's a lot for the seniors. What kind of challenges do you see when you try to find programs for like young adults, people in their 20s?
It's a great question, and we're trying little by little. We don't want to I don't think we want to inundate the community with those programs because there isn't as much of a need for us to do that,
right,
where people are actually looking to us for that. We would love for people to look to us for that, but I think right now we are facing a challenge. We have done some unique programs, especially for, I'd say, the female, our female participants. Recently, we did a mystery and wine tour. We're doing a sip and shop. So we've seen a younger crowd of people come in programs like that. On the men's side, we do a men's basketball program, 2 of those. We've been just starting to crack the surface on the teens because that is a tough demographic. It's an important demographic because there are obviously a lot of dangerous things for teens to get into. But we want to try and get some fun and safe alternatives. And we've just started to crack the surface on that.
Great. And before we let you go here, big plug for your tree lighting event this upcoming Saturday, December 3rd. What do we got in store up at the Hilton Community Center?
So we've got a great night in store. December 3rd, as you mentioned. Everything's going to start right around 6:30. As right now, about a week away, the weather's looking to be pretty fair. So we're excited about that. We're going to start outside at the gazebo with some caroling and some just announcements. And, of course, at that point is when we plan to welcome our special guest, Santa Claus, with a fire truck escort.
Nice. Fire
So once that happens, we're going to move it all inside. Cookie decorating in the Ingham room. It is an elf theme this year, so we're going to do a lot of things around the movie Elf. We're going to have the gym set up with Christmas games and Gaga. Mm-hmm. In addition to, of course, visits with Santa, where all kids will go home with a nice bag filled with some goodies that the big guy brings.
Great. Sounds like a fun time. I know past years we've had hundreds of people show up to it. Expecting large turnout again this year, I take it?
Yeah. Well, we went through roughly 1,000 or so cookies last year. That doesn't really say too much. Of course, people can have 2 or 3 or 4 cookies. But my guesstimation is last year we had about 500. But we're thinking for around that number or more this year.
All right. Well, I think last year the cookie total was off because I was back there in the kitchen with the other village trustees eating those cookies. But this year we'll limit ourselves to only 2. How about that, Tom?
That explains a lot.
Yeah, there you go. Throw your numbers out a little bit. Once again, tree lighting this upcoming weekend, December 3rd, Hilton Community Center, 6:30, 59 Henry Street, one of the better tree lightings in town. And check Tom Venniro and his department out on Facebook, Hilton-Parma Recreation. Give them a follow, give them a like. They're wonderful people over there in the rec office. We're glad to have them as friends. Thank you, Tom, for joining the 259 show, and we can't wait to hear back from you sometime soon.
Hey, guys, thanks. Anytime, and I want to put one thing out there, which is what kind of to Tyler's point. What we tell anybody, Facebook or anywhere that we can, reach out to us. If there's anything you want us to do, any kind of program, like a flag football league for those in those 20s or 30s, that there's a little lack of programming for. Someone comes at us, we'll make it happen.
Sounds good, Tom.
Sounds good.
Thanks. We'll keep we'll pound the ground here, and we'll see if we can get some young adult leagues going for all of us here.
It's a tough demographic.
Absolutely, I'll play.
There you go. That's New England Patriots fan Tom Venniro joining the program. Thank you very much, Tom. Have a good weekend.
All right, everyone.
Thanks,
Have
Tom.
a great night, guys.
Once again, that was Tom Venniro, Hilton-Parma Recreation Parks and Recreation Director. The tree lighting next weekend, December 3rd, Saturday, December 3rd, 6:30 p.m. at the Hilton Community Center. But guys, I don't know if you've lived under a rock your whole life.
Drew, you should definitely talk faster.
There is plenty. I'll slow down for you. There is plenty of community tree lightings around town. Christmas on the Canal in both Brockport and Spencerport. Yes, Tyler?
I have never been to any, but I'm intrigued to go check out the Hilton tree lighting now that I'm a village resident once again.
Well, congratulations.
Well, Tyler got married, so now he has to do marriage things.
Have you heard about his wedding?
Tyler got married. But while we're talking about the Hilton tree lighting, while we're still on that topic before I go back to Brockport and Spencerport, 5-6 years ago, Santa Claus got stuck in the fire truck. You know that short drive from the fire hall to the community center? He put his seatbelt on. He got it stuck in his jacket. They had to the fire department had to call the fire department to get Santa out of the truck.
If only Rudolph were guiding his sleigh that night, he would have made it safe.
They cut the seatbelt to get him out. But Santa Claus getting stuck, the door opened, and the kids come swarming the fire truck. But you can't go anywhere. Only Santa Claus in the village of Hilton, town in Parma. But it is pretty neat that he does come in on a fire truck. Great partners over there.
Can I just say, Tom had a tough act to follow. Obviously, we'd be remiss if we didn't mention Steve Fowler was the longtime Parks and Recreation Director in the town of Parma.
As Steve Fowler's son, long-time son.
Full-time, long-time.
Full-time, long-time, 24 years. And counting. I would say Tom did take over very well.
And it sounds like he's doing a terrific job. Yeah. And I've seen people walking around. I've seen all new uniforms, kids walking around town. It looks like Tom's doing a great job. So thanks to him again for joining us.
And as a community member, as community members here, we hope he stays. Yeah. I think it'll be a big loss if he does go.
Nothing but big things and good things can happen from the longevity.
But thank you, Tyler, for saying that. Other community tree lightings in the area: Brockport's Christmas on the Canal, December 3rd, Saturday, December 3rd, 5 p.m., and Spencerport's Christmas on the Canal, December 3rd at 3 p.m. So if you wanted to catch Spencerport, Brockport, Hilton tree lighting all on the same day, make the rounds and get in there.
Gates?
I do not have Gates information. I think it's the following week. Tease for next week,
Mike. Yeah, tease.
Next week we'll have the tree lighting for the town of Gates.
Uncle Marcassini going to get up there and light the tree?
We'll see. I don't know who lights the tree out there.
It's gotta be
Citizen of the Year for the Village of Hilton lights the tree every year.
Do you know who this year is?
Yeah, who's this year's Citizen of the Year?
I do not know.
I feel like I saw it somewhere, but I can't remember.
I can't remember either.
All right.
Tease for next week.
Who've been passed?
How do you teasing all over the place?
Citizen of the Year. How does that happen?
You gotta just like the Hilton Cadet Sports Athletic Hall of Fame. Sports Athletic, the Athletic Hall of Fame. Somebody's got to nominate, and then the village board votes on.
Okay.
He doesn't live
in
the
village resident.
Big Mike Vincelli is a good candidate.
Or me.
I'll throw my name in the hat for Rookie of the Year.
Or Little Mike Vincelli.
Hilton Village Rookie of the Year.
Rookie of the Year.
But a house.
Going back to Hilton-Parma Recreation here for a second. All four of us in this room has worked for the Hilton-Parma Recreation Department at some point. I still plan on being currently employed by Town of Parma Recreation if they'll have me back then.
Seasonally.
Seasonally during the summer months. All four of us have been summer camp counselors. I, to my own horn here, has been a director for the summer camp.
Not to mention we played in all the rec leagues growing up.
That's where
we played in the leagues. We coached in the leagues. We
had a heck of a time as coaches.
We did. I'm sorry, Drew, to cut you off. I just want to jump in there.
Go ahead.
Shoot. Another kind of big name in Hilton-Parma Recreation was Jim Volkmore.
Yeah. And
I remember him coming to me and Tyler, I think it was like our junior year of high school. Sophomore year. And he said, hey, guys, how would you feel about coaching Hilton-Parma flag football? I played Hilton-Parma flag football growing up. I didn't play Raiders. They didn't let my brother play because he was too big. So I was like, I'm going to stick it to the man. I'm not going to play either. And so I played flag football. My dad was my coach, and I loved it. So having the opportunity to go coach, especially I coached with Tyler, another good friend of ours, Ryan Bacchus. I think Nick Fillion coached
Jay
with us
Clifford
as well.
Coached
to coach with my best friends was amazing. And Tyler, why don't you tell them about our magical year?
I'll tell you what. Our first year we weren't so hot, but we figured some stuff out. We brought in some talent to our team.
Are you guys recruiting?
Yeah. We basically had
following in your father's
one of
footsteps?
Ryan's neighbors. We just said, when you sign up, just tell him that Ryan's going to give you rides to the game, so you got to be on his team. And He dominated.
He was a ringer.
So
if
anyway,
there ever was one.
We had 2 really solid years, our junior and senior year of high school, including our senior year as coaches. We went undefeated, thanks in large part to the Dupre twins, Anthony and Vincent, who are now wrestling D1 at Binghamton.
Yeah,
because of you guys.
Yeah.
Right.
Out on the turf.
Right,
But
the flag football skills.
getting back to Jimmy V, or Jim Volkmar, he was like, "Yeah, wear your jerseys during the games, man. Like the kids will go nuts for it." So we would wear our football jerseys because we all played on the Hilton football team, varsity team. In coaching, it was just great. I loved it.
We even tried coaching basketball for a year. I did floor hockey a couple years coaching.
I officiated.
Yeah, you reffed.
Instead of coaching, I was the zebra out there getting yelled at.
It was
by
a lot
you
of
guys.
fun. It was a lot of
Thank you,
fun
guys.
playing youth basketball, floor hockey.
How about that one time in high school we did Hilton-Parma Recreation Jersey Day? Remember that?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Wear your Hilton-Parma Recreation shirt.
HP Rec T-shirt.
Oh
day.
my god, it was hard to choose.
I believe there's a video on YouTube that exists that's called the HP Rec T-shirt Day Massacre. It's a fake brawl.
It's a fight between a fake brawl, like Tyler said, between myself, Tyler, Jeremiah Clifford, and Colin Walker.
Yeah. Look it up on YouTube.
Yeah, and you know, Hilton-Parma has done a lot of things for us, but they've been so great to us throughout the years. Even today, they allowed us to use the gym to play basketball. When we were in high school, we had this thing called The Gathering, where we would go every week, every Friday.
This was not an event sanctioned by, or activity sanctioned by HP Rec. They just gave us the gym.
They let us use the gym. We would play basketball.
Very
we would play sports.
It's not a cult, as it may sound.
No, they gave us the opportunity to play sports with one another.
And even to piggyback off that and getting into the programming for young adults and us millennials, every year they'll let us play on the softball field up there, the annual Steve Strong kickball game. Yeah. And that's fee-free, and we're very grateful for everything that department does, for everything. Good job over there, Hilton-Parma Recreation.
If you want to learn
a lot of great memories for all us kids growing
Yeah.
up in the Hilton area.
Do us a favor, check them out on Facebook. Give them a like.
We didn't mention the biggest program in all of Hilton-Parma Recreation, which is Summer Playground.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's I believe the
That's by
most
far the
participants of any program.
Yeah.
We were all counselors for that. That's an excellent
resource
program during the
great
summer.
resource for the community.
Best job you'll ever
I remember
have.
it was
too.
a lot of fun as a kid.
Yeah.
And as a counselor?
It's better than any other job you
Yeah.
can have as a teenager.
Yeah, you
I played
graduate high school the summer before college. Everyone did it. You know what I mean? I remember all your friends are doing it.
9 to 3, you play kickball with the kids. You take care of them.
You dunk on 8-foot rims.
Yeah,
It's
basketball.
You
amazing.
teach them
Freshman basketball,
valuable
dodgeball.
humbling life lessons on the kickball.
Like there's no air
diamond.
conditioning in the cafeteria.
I go through like 3 shirts a day sweating.
No air
Oh,
conditioning.
it's like 40 pounds.
Me too. Then I gained it once I got air conditioning.
I remember one year, like I said, there was 8-foot rims, and I went to do a between the legs dunk, and I think I like broke my ankle. I rolled it so bad. So
Serves you right.
that's
Serves you
my
right.
story.
Thanks, Joe. Well, that brings on to that segment here at Hilton-Parma Recreation. Do them a favor, check them out on Facebook. Go to their tree lighting Saturday, December 3rd, 6:30, Hilton Community Center. Hilton's own El Howell will be up on the gazebo leading the Christmas carols, him, Denny, and the Escorts. And yes, Tyler.
If you live in Hilton or Parma, pick up the brochure and see what kind of activities might be out there for you.
A lot of great ones. A lot of great
brochure.
ones. Yeah.
Has anybody seen the new brochure?
I've not.
Award-winning. It actually won the New York State Parks and Recreation Award last year.
Oh, wow.
The new design. They put a lot of time and effort
That's
into all their
awesome.
stuff
And
over
we've
there.
got a heck of a park up at
Great
the town
park.
hall.
Oh, yeah.
Great park.
Just really like it.
Everything about it.
Yeah.
How many more times can we plug Hilton-Parma Recreation here today? 392-9030.
Yeah,
there you
that's
go.
their phone number.
9030. All right, well, it's that time of the program to play everybody's favorite game. What year was it?
What year was it? What year was it?
All right, for those of you new to the program, which could be
hopefully a lot of
hopefully
you.
a lot of
I'm
you.
sorry. Can we stop? Can we talk about that bump for a second?
What about it?
What the hell was that? It was actually really good. I liked it. But
What year was it?
who was saying that?
Who made that?
What year?
Two
year, what year
13-year-olds.
was it?
Should we got some of the neighbors?
Actually, that's the radio show I stole this from, the Bobby Bones show. That's
Borrowed.
Borrowed this
Yeah,
from. I didn't
something
steal
like
anything.
that.
Don't come after me.
So
Copyright
anyway,
infringement.
Good thing is our Hilton location studio is top secret. Nobody knows where we're recording, so don't let the cat out of the bag.
Well, we do have one guest here today who has now learned.
You'll be fine. He won't talk. I promise. So if you're new to the program, this is how the game is played. I will read through a list of things that happened in 1 year, 1 calendar year in our lifetime. We'll go around the room. We'll see.
I forgot. Can you remind me who won last week? I forgot.
Tyler is
have we decided on the tally, the win tally, or some sort of punishment for Tyler if he loses?
If he ever, oh yeah,
We'll figure it out. I don't think
he's too cocky. It's bothering me.
I don't think Tyler will win this week because I picked things purposely to try to trip Tyler up this week.
Hopefully nothing sports related.
We'll see if he can get it.
What you don't know.
Maybe the loser of all has to make sandwiches for everyone else. We're gonna bet sandwiches on this
for this week or
for all time.
Oh wow,
all time.
That could be years.
All right, let's get on with the show.
All right.
Come on.
So this is this week's. What year was it? And this year, Linsanity peaked with Anthony Lynn scoring 38 points against the Los Angeles Lakers.
You mean Jeremy Lin?
Jeremy Lin.
Who's Anthony Lynn, the offensive coordinator for the Buffalo Bills? My bad. I already messed up the segment. Way to go, Drew. This song came out. Let me turn this down so it doesn't kill us.
Hey, I just met you.
This song, Carly Rae Jepsen and Call Me Maybe.
This was the year Tyler and Joe graduated college.
Oh, way to go, Tyler. 50 Shades of Grey was released at bookstands. Felix Baumgartner become the world's highest skydive. Remember, he's the guy Red Bull pushed out of the space capsule.
Yeah.
These things. Oh, one more thing. Another sports thing for Joe, who might not get this.
I think
United States Anti-Doping Agency investigation concluded that Lance Armstrong used performance-enhancing drugs throughout his cycling career.
This was also the year that Tyler finally got a girlfriend.
Is that another plug for your wedding, Tyler?
She's now my wife.
Okay.
Should we all say it collectively?
Oh, Mike knows it too? Mike thinks he knows it?
I mean,
this was also the year the world was supposed to end.
Insanity. Oh, yeah.
It was supposed to end on December 21st that year.
All right. Collectively, group, what year was it?
1990.
2012.
2012. All of those things happened in the year 2012. I guess I gotta make him tougher.
Bring your A game next week.
What was Linsanity? Was
that gave it away? Yeah,
really?
Yeah.
That didn't give it away from me.
Oh, well, I'm a huge Knicks fan.
Tyler telling you that.
Tyler saying that
why'd you ruin it?
Seeing how I ruined with Tyler for 2 years.
Call Me Maybe was like the only song on the radio that week.
That's what gave it away
that
for
year.
me. Call Me Maybe. That
was a good song.
I love that.
That was
song.
a good song.
I was into that at the time.
I would sing that at
and you're not one to go with the trend, so
no. I am a contrarian of contrarians.
All right, I will spend more time in the upcoming week getting a better. I'm going to stump Tyler.
Pick ones that.
Hey, you know what? We said it. It will get better.
It will get better. This segment will get better.
I'm sorry to steal your line, Mike.
That's
you can steal mine if you want.
No.
What's that? Fire Brian Kelly?
No thanks.
The glove doesn't fit.
Must he quit?
My wife.
I'll pass. Thank you, but I'll politely pass.
All right. Well,
decline.
If that don't fit, you must have quit. You know.
At the end of each program, we go around the table here. We give each other a little bit of airtime, something just to get off of our chests. It could be positive, it could be negative, whatever we want to talk about. We each get roughly 30 seconds. And last week, Tyler went on a little bit longer than 30 seconds. Oh, we're forgetting something here. December is next week. Tyler, what's coming up on our Christmas special before we get to airtime? We'll do this from now until Christmas. Tyler will run down TV specials, movies,
and I think it's important to say what Tyler. His senior year of college dubbed himself.
It was all of college.
He dubbed himself the Christmas Enforcer. He had a Tumblr. Is that what it's called? Tumblr, the website,
yeah.
Where he would post.
Please don't judge me. I don't use it anymore.
Like he would post what the best TV shows for Christmas were on that night, the specials, the music. The kid loves Christmas.
So Tyler, what's going on TV this week?
All right.
For Christmas?
So assuming you're listening to this on Saturday night, it is officially Christmas season now. Let's take a look here. I mean, there's a lot. There's on. There's Hallmark movies on all the time.
Try to keep it brief.
Sunday night, Ice Age, A Mammoth Christmas on Fox. That airs at 7 p.m. That's Sunday night, 7 p.m. Ice Age, A Mammoth Christmas. Monday night on ABC, CMA Country Christmas. That is at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. The big one is Tuesday night. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, CBS, 8 o'clock. And then Wednesday's a big one also. You've got Christmas in Rockefeller Center, the tree lighting there at 8 o'clock on NBC. Christmas Vacation is on like almost every night
Great
at
movie.
some point. Thursday, another good one. You've got Charlie Brown Christmas on
Thank you,
ABC at 8 o'clock, and that is an absolute classic.
You sound thrilled.
After that, flip over
is on Thursday.
Yes, Tyler, continue. Flip over to
ABC Family, 9:15 p.m.
Freeform.
I don't care. I refuse to call it that. 9:15, the 1994 Tim Allen classic, The Santa Claus.
What is on TV when?
The Santa Claus, 9:15.
9:15.
Tim Allen.
Tim Allen, the
Tim
Santa
the
Claus.
Toolman Taylor.
You know, that brings up in the upcoming weeks, we'll do the power rankings on Christmas movies. That one is definitely on my list. I don't know where it gauges on my list, but that one is definitely on my list.
There's another great tease, Drew. You're getting good at this.
Yeah, that's
A lot of practice.
all tease.
If you
all
want to go
tease.
a little bit further, next
Gonna get better.
Next Friday night, you can catch The Santa Claus again at 7:15 with Tim Allen. And at 8 o'clock, next Friday night, the I Love Lucy Christmas special airs on CBS at 8 o'clock. And there's a lot more. I didn't get to nearly all of them, but check your local listings. There's plenty of places. Simply Google Christmas TV schedule. And
Your
you can see
TV
what's
guides.
on. Yeah. Pick up your TV guide in the newspaper that you read every day.
Yeah.
Thank you. As before, I was alluding to before, until I forgot that we were going to go over Christmas specials.
Your Christmas TV schedule.
Thank you.
Do you get it?
I get it. That's the Christmas enforcer, Tyler Diedrich. Enforcing Christmas. Let's go around the table, a little airtime. Anybody in particular want to start this week? I don't mind starting if nobody else wants to go. I'll go, because nobody else is jumping up to the table. This past week, the Genesee Valley Recreation Park Society, GVRPS, had their annual conference down at the Roebuck Center down in Charlotte Beach. Jason Kullick, the Director of Parks and Recreation for the town of Henrietta, he took his job in 2012, summer 2012. After taking the position, he called my dad up for pointers on how that position should operate. I drove my dad out to Henrietta for a lunch meeting with him. On the way home, I remember my dad told me the town of Henrietta was in good hands. Mr. Kullick will do well. And at their annual conference last week, Jason Kullick received the GVRPS Steve Fowler Good Guy Award. And I don't know if anybody else in that position who was more worthy of the position. Jason, from my family to yours, congrats on receiving the Steve Fowler Good Guy Award. Something that maybe someday I will receive. I have to be a good guy for that, though.
You're a great guy.
But Jason Kullick, congrats out there, man, doing the town of Henrietta well. Anybody else? Takers.
I just got two quick things. I won't go as long as I did last week. First thing, I saw somewhere this week that the NFL was talking about. Actually, no, wait. We didn't talk about what we were going to talk about yet. Should we talk about that now?
What are we?
I'm not sure what you're.
I caught this in the news the other day. The St. John
who's
Fisher football team was playing that's a local Division III college. They were playing a playoff game in Philadelphia at Franklin Field. I don't remember the name of the opponent. For some reason, the teams were lined up as they normally would for the national anthem, but for whatever reason, the anthem didn't play. I don't know what the circumstances around that were, but
I think it was they were playing two games. There was a game before them, then they played the national anthem, and they were just not going to do one.
So this wasn't some weird protest or anything?
Correct.
Oh, okay.
I think that's what the details...
Yeah, I read the article, and one of the ladies said that they played the national anthem in the previous game, so I wasn't sure what was going on with that.
Regardless, this was still a terrific gesture. The St. John Fisher football team, they realized that the national anthem wasn't going to be played for their game, which is the second of a doubleheader, sounds like. They decided to start singing the national anthem themselves. They said that they admitted it was not the best rendition of the anthem ever played, but they still sang it. They got a good cheer, and they've been grabbing some headlines around the local news for the last week for that. So just a kudos to them. I know we've got at least one local Hilton kid on the team.
Nice.
Yeah.
And I thought that was a really neat story this week.
Cool. And piggybacking off of that, anybody catch the story about the quarterback at U of R?
Yes.
You see that? He chased down
the guy who took
the old lady's purse.
That was out in Lockport that happened.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah.
So explain what happened.
It was the quarterback for University of Rochester, and he was out to dinner with, I think, his girlfriend's family in Lockport. And when they were leaving the restaurant, he saw a guy mug an old lady who had a cane, took her bag. In his Timberlands, he chased after the guy across the parking lot. He said on the radio interview, it was like 150 yards. He chased this guy down.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah.
Good for him.
Him and his girlfriend's dad pinned the guy down until the police showed up.
Yeah. 259 Hero of the Week goes to our young friend at the U of R.
Yeah.
259 Show Hero of the Week.
Bronson? I forget his first name.
I'm
sure this will get back to next week we'll let you know what his first name was.
So who's next? Joe? Mike?
Yeah.
Mike,
all right.
I'll jump into it.
Yeah, go for it.
Something that I love Thanksgiving, my favorite holiday. What I dislike the most about Thanksgiving is Black Friday. It's fun to go shopping. It's fun to do all that stuff. But I think people lining up at 6 p.m. on Thanksgiving night, not good. Don't do it. Why would you? Here's what I was doing last night at 6 p.m. I was passed out. All right, I was taking a nap watching football. It was wonderful. I wasn't in line trying to shop. I wasn't punching any old ladies trying to get a 50-inch TV. None of that. All right, so just get rid of Black Friday. It's no good. It doesn't do anybody any good. All the sales that you're going to see on Black Friday are going to be there for the next 4 weeks before Christmas. They're just like exploding that day. Also, it's not if you saved $250 on a TV you didn't need, you're still paying $250 on a $500 TV. Like, it made sense in my head.
That was a math lesson from Joe.
So Joe's point is Black Friday, who needs it?
I don't like
You got
Black
Cyber
Friday.
Monday, too, which I think...
You got Cyber Monday.
Online shopping.
You got all month to go shopping.
I'm not a fan. I wouldn't go shopping on Thanksgiving unless I hated my family, which I don't. But supply and demand, man. Simple economics.
Yeah.
As a person who worked in retail, I worked 2 Thanksgivings, 2 Black Fridays, 4 years. I can say that it did put a damper on when are we eating, what are finding family time. I think it should be a blue holiday, Thanksgiving. I'm still fine with the 5 a.m. Friday, like how it used to be.
Yeah, that's fun. Getting up early,
let's not creep it back.
You can't.
I think JCPenney's was 3 p.m. Thursday.
That's insane.
Seriously.
You
can't regulate it though.
Yes, you can. Don't open your store at 3 p.m.
Hey, the
free market.
Yeah. They're going to go where the money goes.
But maybe we'll lose it on our lifetime.
It seems like
the box store goes
it seems like it didn't get as much press this year as it usually does. Yeah. I remember 2 or 3 years ago, people would go nuts.
A lot of the deals are online, and they break earlier this year. It kind of bastardized Black Friday.
Tyler was the language.
I thought you taught
all of our
Sunday
listeners
school.
with little children who are listening to our show, we just apologize.
Hide your kids.
That's a real word, though. I'm not.
It is.
It's not a.
Okay, Tyler.
All right, we're kidding, Tyler.
Mike.
Also, the name of that U of R quarterback, Daniel Bronson.
Daniel Bronson is this week's 259 Show Hero of the Week.
Thank you.
Daniel Bronson.
One less thing to tease out for next week.
Yeah. Oh, man.
What are we going to fill next week with? Mike, what do you got for us?
All right, I'm going to jump around a bit, try to keep this brief for you. First of all, Drew talked about it earlier, Jurgen Klinsmann out of the U.S. national team as a manager.
Whoop, whoop.
I'm not sure if they listened to the show and thought my points were pretty good, but he is gone. Replacing him, Bruce Arena, former coach. I think this is a great pick for U.S. soccer.
Isn't Bruce Arena the Arizona Cardinals coach?
Bruce Arians.
Bruce Arians. Different
close,
guy.
Very close. Okay, continue.
This is a short-term solution just to get the U.S. to qualify for World Cup 2018, and then I'm sure they'll go with a more creative option after that. Next, my Green Bay Packers. Woof. That defense, terrible. And they're wasting Aaron Rodgers' prime years. A lot of people are giving him grief. I know he's not playing as great as he has in the past, but this defense is terrible. They have no running game, and the wide receiving core just can't get open.
Is Mike McCarthy on the hot
seat? Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Okay,
all right.
Tease.
I'm not trying to get people fired here, but either Mike McCarthy, Ted Thompson, the GM, or Dom Capers, the defensive coordinator, who I'm not a big fan of, haven't been in the last few years. Something's need to change there. So
I know.
And you heard it here. The Mike Vincelli hot seat of the week goes to Mike McCarthy.
Speaking of hot seat, I know a potential seat that Mike McCarthy could potentially fill.
What's that?
Take him.
Notre Dame Fighting Irish.
I actually heard on one of the radio shows, or Mike Florio of I forget what show he does in the morning, but he said Jim Harbaugh maybe go to the Packers.
That'd be huge.
The Michigan coach?
Awesome. Yeah.
No, he's not going to leave.
Yeah, I know. All right, my last take, too. The 40th anniversary of Rocky was this past Monday. My favorite movie of all time.
Yes.
I love Sylvester Stallone. I love Rocky. I still
love
believe
Italians.
he's real. I love Italians. He's inspired many of my workouts throughout the years. And yo, Rocco! Adrian!
You punch meat in your basement? The meat locker?
We got rid of the meat locker a few years ago. Killed our genie bill. All right, that's all I have. That was like a minute and a half, sorry.
Well, I asked a couple questions. My apologies.
I know, my takes are riveting.
That brings an end to the second episode of the 259 show. Once again, very excited about our syndication with villageradio.net. Saturday evenings, 8 p.m., Sunday mornings, 9 a.m., villageradio.net. And they will start broadcasting Hilton athletic events in the upcoming weeks. And next week, we hope to have R.J. Jordan, the station manager, join us to let us know what's going on there. Tyler.
I do want to apologize for my off-color remarks. I don't want to call them off-color remarks because I feel like I use them in context, but I don't normally.
You can sleep this upcoming week.
I don't use crude language, and I don't think I did here today.
Tyler won't sleep for the next week.
Yeah, he'll be worried about our ratings. All 12 of our family members that listen.
No, seriously though, when Drew gave us the numbers about how many plays we got, we were very surprised, and thank you all for listening.
Yeah.
We appreciate it. Please keep listening, and like we say, we will get better.
Every week we'll get better here.
Hashtag
we're having a lot of fun. This is awesome, and it's awesome you guys are listening, so it's just gravy.
Joe, thanks for joining us here in studio
So
today.
pumped to be here in the studio. It's a lot of fun being here with the guys. Next week I will be back in the little computer screen. But again, like Mike said, thank you for listening. Come back. Tell your friends.
Yeah.
Tell your mother.
We love doing this, and we are so happy you guys listen to us.
Let us know what you think.
Yeah, please comments, feedback. Yeah.
Again, if you guys want to
and
hear anything, let us know. We'd love to talk about some of the things that are on your mind.
Yeah, because we're really great at coming up with topics.
Yeah, exactly. Next week, check us out, Facebook, Twitter, at The 259 Show, www.the259show, or that email address that Joe Pechie plugged us earlier today, which does not exist.
I believe it's the259show.com at gmail.com/gmail.com.
Thank you, Joe Pechie.
Thank you.
And as always, that brings an end to the program. We'll see you next week, everybody. Have a good one.